All right, hello gamers. Today is March 4th, 2025, and we have got some light amounts of Guild Wars 2 news. They have got a blog post that came out as well as a YouTube video in preparation for next week's big patch. So just to clarify, the big patch, which is the 6-month update for Janthier Wilds, is next week. Just to make sure everyone is caught up, when Janthier came out, they said there would be a lot of stuff on release, a lot of stuff at the 3-month marker, the 6-month marker, and the 9-month marker. So 4 huge releases of content. And we are nearing the 6-month marker, which is going to be on March 11th. Studio update Repentance is coming to Guild Wars 2. Greetings, Tyrians! We're thrilled to share details about the next update for Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wilds, Repentance, launching on March 11th. This chapter brings new trials and discoveries to Tyria, including a new map, the Mist-Burned Barrens, a land where strange forces stir and long-buried Mersat secrets begin to surface. Prepare for battles that will challenge even the most seasoned adventurers, along with a host of other exciting updates. Let's dive in, shall we? And then there is a trailer. I've got that open in another tab here. And let's just do this, and let's see what this is. I have not seen this yet.
Mavanisos. My people. A city built in victory, but cursed by greed. How the mighty have fallen.
Behind every corner we wait. From shadow we watch. This is who you bring into battle, Iskarin.
Okay. Alright. Oh, there's more. I'm sure she's fine. Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wilds Repentance. Okay. So let's recap that. So Mabon is talking about his people, which are the Mersat. And so we've got some kind of like hologram or spell or something, or recording, I don't know, that Mabon left. And he's talking to Isgarin here about what's going on. They go here, which contextually appears to be a Mersat city. And fighting our way through there. There's a bunch of Bloodstone elementals. Some Mersat projections or something. I don't know if they're just like spirits or what. Because we were under the impression that they were all dead. Look at the end of the video, all the features listed there. I'm not there yet, hang on. We got this person doing a weird beam attack thing. That might be from the eye. And the environment looks very much like... almost like Echovold? But it's like the forest from Echovold or from Janthier Century, and then there's just like, you know, just ruins around. And the ruins almost remind me of the old Caning. And just a bunch of characters fighting Mersat and Bloodstone Elementals. We got Cairn here making a guest appearance. We got, what's her name? Sorrow, the Wizard Bear, is showing up again.
This is who you bring into battle, Iskarin.
And let's see. And what is it going to include? I think this was covered later on in the blog post, but the just reading this right here. Story continues.
Muckluck bobble, muckluck bobble, muckluck bobble.
Thank you. Into the Valley of Shadow, A Legacy Damned, and Penance for the Past. New explorable map, Mist-Burned Barrens, enhanced Mount Balrior Raid Wing, Challenge Mode and Legendary Mode, Convergence Boss Update, Greer the Blightbringer, new Mastery track, Mersat Shadowcraft, additional Homestead decorations and Wizard Vault refresh, more achievements, rewards, and relics. Okay, and then we've got this scene where apparently the commander, presumably, is like going on an acid trip. And we're getting blasted by something. Okay, so that's the trailer. Let's go back to the blog post. Picking up where Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wild's story left off in Godspawn, our allies have just finished their heroic battle against the Titans atop Mount Balrior. Ura, Decima, and Greer have been defeated, but this alone has not ended the blight that looms over Janthier, and our journey is not yet done. Upon Ura's death, she claimed that the door that the Titans entered Tyria through remains open. These words rattled Asgaran and Waiting Sorrow, who informed us that Mabon had cast a ward over Bava Nisos, the ruined Mursat city, to hide it and its dangers from the rest of the world. But with his death, that ward fell, and somewhere inside, a mist gate sits open. When work began on Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wilds, we knew that we would be exploring mysteries that have been teased since the release of the original Guild Wars, which we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of this year. From the fall of the Mursat at the Titan's Claw to the many misdeeds of the White Mantle, these are some of Tyria's darkest, bloodiest moments. Now, you and your allies must venture further into the Isles of Janthier to reveal these long-forgotten histories. Maybe with this knowledge, we can cleanse Janthier once and for all. If you have Janthier, do you need to pay? No, this is part of Janthier Wilds, so if you own Janthier, this is an update that would be included in what you have. We've traveled from the comforts of home in Lowland Shore into the stormy, damp woods of Janthier's Century. Now we must sail to the ruined home of the Mursat to figure out what Ura warned us of, starting just outside Bava Nisos in mist-burned Barrens. And got a picture here of some of the ruins at not Echovold. And another shot of the ruins, this one from like inside of them. And another shot with a whole bunch of what appears to be like bloodstone textures blocking doorways and stuff. All right, Mistburned Barrens. As the Tyrian Alliance sets out to explore the ruins of Bava Nisos, they face a uniquely hazardous environment. Even though hundreds of years have passed since the Door of Comely was opened, the Barrens were still fraught with the remains of Mursat experiments in spectral agony and long saturated with bloodstone magic and mist burn. The ghosts of the Mursat and their victims cling to the land, forever haunting this cursed place. I was right, they were ghosts. To safely explore the grim landscape, the Tyrian Alliance has put together survey parties to unravel the mysteries buried within the crumbling corridors. Players will be able to participate in 3 unique surveys from the base camp at the ruin's mouth. To the north, players will reactivate an enormous dormant construct and use it to cross a spectral agony-flooded valley. In the center, players will utilize Asuran golems to delve into an ancient library and investigate the mistburn that has spread across the Isles of Janthier. Asuran golems. Players in the south will lead a procession of Tyrian Alliance members into a laboratory, once utilized for bloodstone sacrifices and experimentation. From a design perspective, our goal is to ensure that anytime a player enters the map, there are rewarding structured events that you can jump right into. Now to investigate the buzzing sound that scouts have reported emanating from the woods. And another screenshot here, what appears to be like a little base camp. New arrivals. Hold on, and take a drink of water. All right, new arrivals. Next week's Repentance update brings several exciting additions to Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wilds, including the highly anticipated challenge mode for the Mount Balrior raid. If you've been searching for your next raid challenge, this is your chance to join the race for the world first completion as guilds push the limits of coordination, strategy, and execution. And for those seeking the ultimate trial, the final boss, Ura, will be available as a legendary mode encounter on March 25th. We plan to stagger the release of challenge mode and legendary challenge mode releases like this going forward to give ourselves an opportunity to address encounter balance concerns before the legendary mode is released. On that topic, just really quick for anyone who, again, is out of the loop. Historically, if you look at all the raids Guild Wars 2 has put out, most of them don't have a challenge mode. There are many of them that are just like a normal mode and that's it. Then there are quite a few that have a challenge mode option where you click the moat outside and it tweaks the fight in some way. In some fights it's hardly noticeable, in others it's a massive, massive difference. Then there was Ceres. Ceres came out in Secrets of the Obscure, and when they first released the challenge mode, the guilds that were trying to beat it to, I don't remember, I think it was like a week. I think it took like a week before someone got a world first. So it was really freaking tough. The best guilds in the game took a week before anyone could take it down. It was overtuned. So ArenaNet was like, okay, we made this too tough. We're sorry. We're going to turn it down a little because that was not our intention. And you know, the masochistic players were like, no, 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 we like the pain. And ArenaNet was like, okay. How about this? And what they did was they split it into 3 difficulties, which they had never done before. So there's the normal mode, there's challenge mode, which is still quite challenging, but it's not like, you know, that only the top 10 people in the game can beat it. And then there's legendary challenge mode, which is everyone has to be playing perfectly for 10 minutes, and if anyone makes a mistake, you're all dead. You know, and legendary challenge mode is like also everyone needs to be doing like, you know, 50k damage per second and stuff like it's crazy strict what you have to do to get it done. So, you know, there's the 3 difficulties. And this is what they're talking about. So the challenge mode, the middle one, which is still going to be quite tough, is going to come out a week from today. And then they're going to see if they need to tune anything. And then legendary challenge mode will come out on March 25th, which is 2 weeks after that. Okay. Greer the Blightbringer will also make his debut in the Mount Balrior Convergence, which will add a new variation to the final boss you encounter there. Expect familiar mechanics executed in new unpredictable ways that will keep your group on their toes. And then we got a picture here of a valley with what looks like some Mersat spirits floating around. So currently, the Mount Balrior Convergence, again, just to make sure everyone knows what's up, it is a public event that happens every couple of hours, or you can make a private one anytime you like and invite a bunch of people in there. And right now, the only boss that is available in the Janthier Convergence is Decima. Whereas if you go to the Secrets of the Obscure Convergence, there's like half a dozen different boss options. So they're adding Greer to the options. Now, I don't know if you will get to choose if you fight Decima or Greer, or if it will just do a coin flip, or how that's going to work. I guess we're going to find out. But I would imagine it's going to be very similar to the Greer raid boss. So yeah, there's a lot of there's boon corruption. There's a lot of projectiles. So you know, anything with anti-projectile stuff like the Herald bubbles and stuff like that is going to be very strong. There might be ads that we have to kill, and then we get back on Greer, stuff like that. The Greer raid boss is already in the game. I already have a guide for that. If you want to watch that, just to see if it might, you know, give you some help that might assist you on the convergence, that is available to you. Okay, continuing. With the addition of a new map and story chapters, we're introducing the Mersat Shadowcraft Mastery Track. For lore enthusiasts, we've recently explored Mersat history and its ties to Guild Wars 2 Janthier Wilds in a narrative team blog. And there is this. This is the Mersat Primer. I did a video on this the other day, but as always, the links to everything I'm talking about will be in the description down below if you want to read that again yourself. If you're curious about the origins of the Mersat, this deep dive will provide insight into their role in the story and even offer hints about the upcoming Mastery track. New relics will be available to further customize your builds. If you missed out on our recent developer stream, the Balance team showcased some of these new relics. Catch the full VOD on our Twitch channel. And of course, a new release means new rewards, including updates to the Wizard's Vault and Twitch drops. Ooh! Stay tuned for new next week's blog, where we'll dive into all the details. And shameless plug here, whether I figured they were doing Twitch drops, but whether they are or not, I will of course be streaming on the day of the new update the entire day on both my Twitch and my YouTube, and that will be on the 11th. And then I'll probably be doing like an almost 24-hour stream that first day, but on every day after that, be doing just a lot of Guild Wars 2, but not like the whole day. Can't ignore the family the entire week. All right, we got another screenshot here that almost looks like World v World. Oh yeah, World v World updates is the next section. Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like the World v World keep. Yeah, so we got a keep here. All right, World v World updates. In the March 11th update, we're introducing a long-awaited quality of life improvement aimed at improving the visibility of World v World guild membership. Is this update today? No, this is next week. This is a week from today. A new column in the Guild Panel's second tab will display an icon next to all members who have designated that guild as their World v World guild. However, this information will only be visible within the guild you have personally selected as your World v World guild. So if I go into the game right now and I open up this, we've got some guilds here, and if I go to roster, I imagine that they are going to add another column on this screen somewhere. However, if I select another guild, but I haven't selected it for World v World and go to the roster, I imagine that the column is not going to be there. Okay. Savage, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Okay, looking ahead to the March 25th update. The World v World team is focused on refining the World v World reward system, tackling performance issues, and implementing adjustments based on player feedback, along with other quality of life improvements. Several key changes are on the horizon, including consolidation of reward tracks to enhance accessibility, improved map currency acquisition via reward tracks, addition of a brand new World v World weapon set, new restrictions on Tactivator use for keeps and Stonemace Castle. Really quick, here just a pause here, to again include everyone. So if you've never done World v World, you go in there and you fight for keeps and you fight for there's castles and towers and little camps and stuff like that. And essentially, inside many of them, there will be things called Tactivators, and it's like a lever. And you go up and you click on the lever and something is going to happen. Maybe like an airship swoops by and bombards the enemy that's at the gates with a bunch of damage. Or maybe it releases like a chilling fog that spams chill on all the enemies, or a healing mist or whatever. And anyway, if you don't know what you're doing and you go into a keep and you just like, oh, what does this do? And you use the levers, you could waste them, and then they're used up, and then they're on cooldown, and then the team might not have them for when they need them. So I would imagine that this is some way of making it to where, you put certain people in charge of them so that other people can't waste them or something. Because it's kind of been a running issue that, like, new person who doesn't know what they're doing wastes the lever thing, and then it's not available when the group needs it a few minutes later. So I'm not sure what they're doing here, but I imagine it's related to that. Is it true that this game is dead? Yes, it is so dead. They've actually gone from doing expansions every 5 years to expansions every 1 year. Yeah. Tuning the health pools of Keep Lords. I don't know if they mean up or down, because they recently buffed a lot of them, so I don't know if they went too far and they're going to do it back down, or if they're going to do it up even further. Updating victory points and skirmish values, refining how progress and success are measured in World v World. PvP Peach game mode. We haven't heard about Peach in a while. Late last year, we ran the first beta event for the new PvP Peach game mode, giving players a glimpse into our development process and an opportunity to provide feedback on our prototype. The event was well received, generating a wealth of player feedback through participant surveys. Since then, we've been working on updates to refine the mode based on that input. We're excited to announce that another beta event is planned for May 20th to 26th, giving players another chance to experience the mode and share their thoughts. We'll reveal more details about the changes as we get closer to the event date. Let me see if I can remember what my feedback was on the push game mode. So, for anyone who didn't try it out, it's very similar to any, like, push the payload thing from other games, your Team Fortress, your Overwatch, stuff like that. And so, there is an objective, and you're pushing the objective, between your side and the enemy side. And because of that, it draws a lot of the attention there. So if you are playing a build that enjoys team fighting and staying with the group, you might love that map because it forces that. It forces people to come together in one big pile. But if you're a build that likes to run around and assassinate people and pick them off one-on-one, you might like that map less than a normal PvP map because, again, people are drawn to be together in large groups on that one. Also, if you win super fast or lose super fast, the game's over in 2 minutes. Like if you come together and one team just smashes the other team over and then they just push all the way to the end, game's over in less than 2 minutes. So on one hand, if you are getting farmed, it's over very quickly. So that is a pro, I think. On the other hand, the only matches that really last more than a couple minutes are the ones that are decently balanced between the two sides. Any problems that kind of existed in the other game mode do exist in this one. It's like, if you're like, wow, I hate it when Willbenders one-shot me, guess what? That's not different. Yeah, stuff like that. So it does, any problems that were a result of balance are still going to be a problem there. But if you're playing something that enjoys like team fighting, then like I myself enjoy healing when I get the option to do so. So I loved this things like Willbenders were still a problem, but I was able to just do, stupid amounts of group support because we were all team fighting the whole time. Okay. Guild Wars 2 in the spring. While Repentance is only a week away, several festivals and bonus events are happening before the launch of our third Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds update later this year. Take a look at what is coming up this spring. Here we go. All right, March. Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds Repentance, Raid Update, Ura Legendary Mode, World v World Quality of Life Updates, April Dungeon Rush Event, Super Adventure Festival, Skills and Balance Updates, World v World No Downstate Week. May has returned to End of Dragons event, Roller Beetle Racing Week, and PvP Peach Beta. All right. And the exact dates for those. All right, so March 11th, that is 1 week from today, Repentance. March 25th, which is 2 weeks later, Ura Raid Legendary Mode and the World v World Quality of Life Update. In April, from 8th to the 15th, is the Dungeon Rush bonus event. From April 15th to May 6th, Super Adventure Festival. From April 15th, Skills and Balance Update. April 25th to May 2nd, World v World No Downstate bonus event. May 6th to May 20th, Return to End of Dragons bonus event. May 13th to 20th, Roller Beetle Racing bonus event. May 20th to 27th, the PvP Peach Beta and Rush. I started to say Rouge. The Peach Beta and the Rouge bonus event. I'm breaking my own vocabulary. And finally, as a reminder of what's still to come in Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds during the final 2 updates, we have this handy content chart. So I'm pretty sure this is the same chart that we have seen many times, but it is a very handy one. So this is all the stuff that was released at launch. This is the 3-month update, the 6-month update. This is what's coming out next week, and the 9-month update. So update number 2, the story will continue. We're getting our 3rd map, Raid Challenge Mode and Legendary Mode, new homestead decorations, 12 new core relics, core meaning anyone can use them, mastery updates, and new armor set, weapon set, Wizard's Vault seasonal refresh, and more. Stay tuned to our social media channels for more info regarding Repentance, and we'll be back next week with a launch blog covering the main features and rewards. Happy adventuring! And that is it. That's the whole blog post. So, that is what we have to look forward to. As always, I'll have the links to everything we talked about in the description down below if you want to just go back through and read any of it or click on any of the links that are in here. And if you've got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or if you spotted anything that I missed, please put it in the comment section to share with others, and I will fight you there.